Best scene, silent notes. Exterior deck of Margota ship, later. Red is standing on the deck.
No one will want to buy tune if people died for it to produce, right, Dad?
No answer from Pinky. Red looks out at the water. He sees a vessel approaching. A crew of men have now formed, waiting for the vessel. Interior Dylan Ford's quarters, continuous. Dylan is writing in his notebook. Too many boats chasing too few fish. Extinction risk due to overfishing. We are susceptible to political intervention. I refuse to look the other way. Observe, record, report. Dylan closes the book. He looks up.
I refuse.
Dylan hears the captain's voice on the intercom.
Offload. Tuna. Coming up port side. Now.
Dylan puts his notebook under his mattress pad. He grabs his camera, record book, and his waterproof tape measure. He runs out the door. Exterior deck of Margota ship, continuous. The ping bin ship is now tethered to the Margota. The ramp is in place and fish are being shoved across it. The crew is busy pushing the fish along, down the chute and into the refrigerated holds below deck. Red is standing next to the large metal receiving tray. Dylan comes running up. Hong holds up his hand for Dylan to step back.
Move back.
Dylan looks at the fish in shock.
They're butchered again. Where are the heads? The fins. How am I supposed to tell what species are here?
We'll tell you. Yellowfins, not endangered, about 500 of them. Now shut up.
Dylan gets out his tape and measures the size of the lot of fish. He frantically writes in his record book. Gian poses with a fish in his mouth.
Gov, take a pic. Post it.
The other crew members laugh. Dylan gets out his camera and takes a photo of the fish pile.
This ship is in violation. You are not following the rules. I'm reporting everything, including the murders.
Fuck you. Person enforcing the rules versus people making a living. No solution.
Waiting chugs a bottle of beer and burps loudly.
Oh dear. Was that a violation?
The crew laughs and continues working.
What are you doing? Look at this. I'm gonna get someone here to look at what you're doing to these fish.
We're 500 miles out. Not quick enough.
Hong walks close to Dylan. They're face to face.
Just what is your fucking problem?
Hong takes out his knife again. He points it at Dylan's throat.
You want some of this?
Gian rushes up and grabs Dylan's camera and throws it overboard. Liao picks up his tape measure and throws it overboard too. They and the rest of the crew laugh. Guan Yu steps forward to Hong.
Hong, that's enough. No more. Just do your job.
Hong shoves Guan Yu.
Fuck you, bro.
Guan Yu steps back. Some of the crew in the ping bin are pointing at Hong. They're laughing at him. Hong gives them the finger. Lin rushes in and pushes Dylan down. Dylan falls onto the deck. Hong kicks him. Red tries to stop the men, but the scene is in his mind. He can do nothing.
What are you doing? I'm hired to be here.
Bai Han joins the men. He kicks Dylan.
We are hired to.
Guan Yu tries to grab Hong.
Hong, stop. No more.
Bai Han comes in and pushes Guan Yu, who nearly falls backward.
You an observer too? Fuck you, Gani.
You can't do this.
If you know what's good for you, you'll get out of here now.
Guan Yu moves back further. Dylan covers his head and curls into a fetal position. The men continue to kick him. The Ping Bin crew continues to laugh at the Margota crew. Ping Bin is finished offloading their fish. Their crew throws the tethering ropes off their ship. Their captain pulls the boat away and they sail off. One crew member continues to watch the beating through binoculars.
You take our lives, we take yours.
Hong pulls out his knife and stabs Dylan in the back. Dylan curls tighter as the men continue to kick him. Hong then slices his throat. Red is horrified. Blood is pouring onto the deck. Dylan gargles in his blood. Hong rolls Dylan over and stabs him a third time, near his heart. More blood spurts. Dylan can say no more. He lays dead on the deck. Hong looks at him. He starts to wipe the knife off, but instead throws it in the water. The men pick the body up and throw it overboard. John laughs.
We got the sucker.
Guan Yu slowly walks away. He passes Red. Red sees a tear on his cheek. Red closes his eyes and looks to the heavens.
Dad? Dad, where the hell are you?
The men get buckets of water and throw it on the bloodstains. They wash their hands in the water. Some take off their bloody shirts and throw them overboard. John smiles.
Like we said, no body, no crime. Right, men?
The men nod in agreement. Whiting looks over to the side. The body is sinking.
Shark food.
What do we tell the captain?
He knew this was going to happen. In fact, he even suggested it when we first left the dock.
Hong waves his hands for all the men to come together. They each put their arms on the shoulders of the men next to them. They form a circle. Hong wants a bow from them.
We say nothing. We know nothing. We don't have any idea where the Gov-man went.
All the men bow their heads in agreement. Red remains horrified. Song, blood on the deck. Exterior deck of Margota's ship continuous. Hong looks up, the men unwind. Hong points to the galley.
I'm getting some tea.
Me too.
The crew leave to go to the galley. They pass Guan Yu sitting near the galley entrance. Guan Yu is sipping a beer. Hong kicks him as they pass. Guan Yu's beer almost falls out of his hands.
Keep your mouth shut, or you won't have one to open.
Say nothing to no one, or you'll be with the Gov-man.
Guan Yu says nothing. The men pass and enter the galley. Interior Margota's helm continuous. The captain is drinking beers. 4 empty bottles are lined up above his instrument panel. He is halfway asleep. Juan is sitting near him reading some charts. Exterior deck of Margota's ship continuous. Red sees Guan Yu, who is taking the last sip of his beer.
If only I could have a drink now, to forget everything I saw, everything that happened.
Red walks to the side of the boat. He looks out at the water. He looks up at the sky.
Death is a communication.
Exterior ocean below continuous. Dylan is sinking. The blood flow has stopped. He is not alive. The ocean water is swirling around him. Sharks are approaching curiously. Suddenly, a huge bluefin tuna swims to the body. It circles Dylan as if protecting him from the sharks. The sharks swim away. The tuna stays. Dylan's eyes open. He reaches for the tuna. Both of them drift away. Exterior deck of Margota's ship continuous. Red leans over the side looking for Dylan's body. He sees the tuna make a leap in the water.
Dylan and I, we now relate. We are joined forever, his fate and mine. Death resurrects the soul. We are one.
Red turns and slumps down on the deck. He is sitting. Guan Yu is not moved. He is staring straight ahead.
I never knew what life was till it was over. I solved that girl's murder with my own death. 1934, and I've been dead since then. A long time.
Pinky appears next to him. Pinky sits. Red looks at him.
Dad.
Yes, you were killed. But the one who killed you paid with his own death, too.
First Jenny, now Dylan.
Insert scenes from Rumbout comic book showing Red as a detective working on this case before he was killed.
Jenny's death was solved, thanks to you. Do the same for Dylan.
But Dylan's killers are still free.